as I prepare for a Bible study, the way we worry and we get anxious came to mind. Why do we worry? Why do we get anxious when the Bible tells us not to? Because God already knows what we need before we know we need it. God already has things set in motion long before we even realize what we need. So why do we worry and get anxious? And it's because we don't know what the future holds. We as humans need to know how things will pan out. We feel like we need to know or to gain some kind of control over the situation. And it can be a very difficult thing to let go and let God. I know that when I was going through a lot of the recent testing and trials that God had me go through, it was a lot of let go and let God, and it was extremely difficult. I don't know how many times I wanted to take, a certain situation into my own hands and act upon it before He told me to, before He wanted me to. It was extremely difficult not to. And I'm sure there are times that He has told me to let go and let Him, and I haven't. I've taken the situations into my own hands. None's coming to mind, but I guarantee you it's happened. It's hard not to, because since we don't know what's going to happen, we feel like we need to take control so that we don't feel as anxious, we don't feel as worried. I know right now I'm going through a situation that I know what God has told me, but because there's a lot of unknowns in it, guess where my mind's going? My mind's going into worrying. My mind's going into anxious. My mind wants to take things into our own hands and do its own thing. My mind even started doubting whether I had heard God. And when I was preparing for this Bible study, and as I was writing this out, God goes, come on now, come on, to this direct situation. He's like, I know your future. I know what it holds. Just trust me, have faith, get through this. So a word of encouragement, anytime you're going through a situation and you don't know what the future holds, seek God on what He wants you to do. Try not to take it into your own hands. It will have you missing out on so many things that God had for you in the future. I know what's at the end of this, but at the same time, there's a tribulation, there's a trial, there's, hardship, and it's driving me insane. But I know that if I can hold on and get through it, that there's so many abundant blessings on the other side. So just know, seek God through anything and just hold tight and know there's abundant blessings on the other side. That comes from actually Psalm 66, 10 and 12. God sends us through the fire. He sends us through the washing of the word. And when we get through it, there's abundance on the other side. Have a great night. God bless.